Hey, hello. It's Robin Da Vinci again. Thank you for joining me. And today I'm going to talk about something that is extremely important in every walk of life, in every waking moment that we have. And that is a trigger that causes us to make a bad decision, either about money or friendships or relationships with our children, everything in our walk of life that requires an emotional response that can't be triggered with some hot temper or some violent reaction. And I talk about this a lot in my book, and I talk about it when it comes to money, that people are triggered by money events. And it goes back to our childhood, it goes back to how we're raised. And people say, oh, you're 25 years old, get over your childhood, or you're 60 years old, why are you still worried about that bad divorce you went through? Well, those are emotional things that we tie up inside us that can cause us an emotional response to something, and the response is inappropriate or the response is downright ugly. And that is what I want to address today, because we're in a climate right now where everybody is running around saying what they think, saying what they feel. Social media has given us this opportunity to just spit things out and not care about the consequence. And I'm really concerned about it. As an older person, I see young people so angry and so troubled. And I remember saying to myself, young people don't have a cause anymore. Well, now I think they do. And the cause is that the internet and social media and Google and instantaneous information and using computers and phones and everybody being able to find you all the time has caused these new generations to be on edge all the time. I'm not kidding. I teach some money literacy classes at a local high school, and those kids cannot get off their phones. They cannot be disconnected for even 1 minute from either a friend or a family or a topic or a show or someone they follow on Twitter or somebody that they like or don't like, or they're trying to get in on gossip about somebody, and it's never ending. I have kids come into my class shaking because it's a class where I say, hey, look at me and put your phone down. We might use your phone for the calculator, but really look in my eyes. Let's learn. And they're always, down looking at their phone, beneath the desk and whatever. And so I'm here to address that these emotional responses that are triggered by events in our country right now are really harming you. And you need to step back and go find a source that tells you the truth. I got a lot of criticism when I did my electric vehicle video. My electric vehicle video was fact only. I own one. In fact, I owned 2 electric vehicles, and I have criticized them, analyzed them, and looked at them. And yet, some of the people would just call me names. And I said, okay, I guess, there's bots out there and there's haters out there. People hate when you use the word haters, but they are. And it doesn't matter whether you just give them facts. They have an emotional response to the electric vehicle because it might be a liberal issue to have an electric vehicle, and I have a good old gas vehicle. I was never saying that you couldn't have your gas vehicle. I was giving you facts in case you wanted a vehicle. And it made me sit back and realize, wow, people are triggered emotionally now so much. And it's from all the rhetoric out there, all the rhetoric. And you have to be responsible for looking at the people that say very, very, what would you call it, incendiary statements. They make these statements all the time. They're inflammatory. They make fun of people. They call people names. And I can tell you right now, when I said that, I can see people over here on the extremes on either side going, what's she talking about? Those people are evil. Those people are bad. And I'm one of the people that sits in the center of I'm in the 70% that the country really is in the 70%. And I want logic. I want reason. I don't want all this emotional BS that's out there. And so what I'm telling you as the money lady is all that craziness that you're going into, all the craziness you're buying into is harming you. It's harming you physically. It's harming you emotionally. And guess what? It is taking a real shot at your money sanity, because money is at the heart of most of these triggers. And I try and train people to look at the facts, to look at the logic. I actually sat with a bunch of 18-year-olds and had them do income statements and balance sheets. And as I say this, I bet you there are a lot of people that don't even know what those are. But I sat with those teenagers and worked on that. And And when the bell rang, they didn't get up. They wanted to understand what the hell I was talking about. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, that's where the issue is. We are not educating ourselves with fact. We are not tracking our spending. We are not tracking our actions. We are blowing up at people. I have a rule in my life because I have people in my life that are susceptible to getting not only the coronavirus, COVID, but any virus. And so if I go into a really crowded place, I wear a mask and I get made fun of all the time. I am not some liberal crazy lady. I actually believe in science and I like to be well. And so I was at a grocery store about a month ago and I am walking down an aisle and I have my mask on because the grocery store is very crowded and people are picking up and touching stuff. And I'm going, you know what? I'll use my hand sanitizer, wear a light mask, and just kind of protect myself a little bit and protect my family. There were people that were going to graduate this year and I didn't want to get them sick. There were people that were trying to go on vacation and I didn't want to pick up anything that would harm their vacation. So call me crazy, call me a lunatic, call me all you want, but I wore my mask. And behind me going down a whole grocery aisle was some guy and he got right up on my shoulder and started coughing at me on either side of my shoulder. So my independent right, and all of you people out there that say, I have a right to do this, he did not have a right to do that and infringe on my individual space while I'm grocery shopping. Guess what? I just laughed it off, and at the end of the aisle, he moved out and I turned around and I said, hey, there's an a-hole born every minute. Thanks for showing me your true colors. I didn't yell at him, but how rude to walk down the aisle. He wasn't 6 inches from me. So I thought, what has come about that allows for these emotional triggers or these entitled people to think that they can walk down the aisle and cough in my neck and because I had a mask on? It wasn't because he was sick or that I was sick. I didn't tell anybody in the store they had to wear a mask. Only 2 other people had masks on. But this guy felt entitled by the rhetoric out there and the emotional response to things that he could cough all the way down the aisle at my neck. Now, if you're one of the people watching this video thinking that's funny and thinking that he had a right to do that, I don't know what to say to you. I have a right to wear a white shirt or big glasses or dye my hair purple or wear a mask or wear sandals or not wear a bra or go to church or not go to church or live in an apartment or buy a house. I cannot take medicine. I can take medicine. I can go to the doctor. I don't have to go to the doctor, but I don't have to be harassed. And what's happened in this country is that while the stock market is rising and it's the craziest it's ever been, I want to assure you that the stock market is not the economy. The economy, and if the stock market is called the economy, then what we're facing every day in our real lives is not the economy. It is reality. The economy, if it's considered the stock market, is a whole different sanctioned Ponzi scheme that is not part of people who get $15 an hour to work and come home and try and make themselves better and try and take care of their families. That's the side that I'm on. Anybody who is making a living and is helping their family and waking up and working hard, you're the success story. Not the people, who are criticizing you, but you as an individual, you're a success. I never want people to go around thinking they're not a success because of what they feel is the economy or what they feel is the prevalent way to think. We are individuals. We get a right to choose. We get a right to figure things out, but we don't have a right to pick on other people. And if you're part of the problem, harassing people and doing what just happened to me in the grocery store, I probably can't reach you, so it's okay. And you can call me names and I'll say, wow, is that how you were raised? Is that what your grandma wanted you to do? I always go back to grandmas because my grandma was the best. So anyway, I'd like you to like and subscribe. This was kind of a rant, but with what's going on in the world today, I decided I'll rant too. Instead of bringing you fact, I brought you rant. So thank you, like and subscribe, and we'll talk again.